All right, go ahead.
People, Dr. Nicole McCarty here. Y'all, I'm back.
Thank you.
Hey, y'all. So I just wanted to stop by and say, hey, Dr. Nicole McCarty here. So today we are talking again tower garden, and today we're going to do seeding, which is really cool. Again, for if you're new here, please make sure you check out some of my other tower garden videos. I'm just kind of starting that journey again. We've done tower garden before a couple of years ago. We absolutely loved it. It was wonderful. Food was wonderful. And then I got pregnant with my second kid, and it was rough. He was kind of unforgiving, and so we stopped. And so we recently kind of picked that back up again, and this time we are journeying through. We want to try to eliminate as much of the grocery store as possible. So while we're not fully plant-based yet, but we do want to be majority plant-based. Right now we eat a lot of fish, we eat a lot of chicken, occasionally we do lamb, and occasionally we'll do some bison, but for the most part, a lot of what we do is like fish, chicken, and veggies, right? So, and then of course we have littles, and so our hope and our prayer is that as we homeschool our littles, so our desire is for them to take part in this process, and they have loved it, and then they'll grow the things they eat because they grew them, right? And so when you have a part in something, then you're more likely to consume that. So that's the goal. Excuse me. So that's the goal. So with the tower garden, normally, like in the past, and with this first round that's going behind me, we would normally do seedlings. So seedlings are when they're approved vendors from the tower garden, and we use a vendor out of Key West, Florida. I think Florida Keys. I think they're in the Florida Keys, but we use a vendor from there, and they do all the seeding. And then once they're sprouted and they're grown to a place where they can be transplanted into the tower garden to take off, that's when they send them to you. So you can order whatever you want from their list, from their shop of seedlings, and it's really, really convenient. But for what we want to do this time around, which is to be self-sufficient, that's going to require me to do seedlings, right? And I really want to do them. It kind of scared me initially because I was like, oh, my thumb is not so green. It's getting greener though. Let's be clear. It's getting greener. It's getting greener. But I've done one round, and I'll show you what they look like. They're so cute. And so I'm getting ready to do another round. And my goal is to do, I haven't figured out the number of seeds yet, because we have 3 gardens. They're not all going right now though. So like our second one, we're gonna get that going this week. And then our other one, we're gonna wait a couple of weeks until it warms up, and that one will go outside. And then if we find that that's not enough to sustain our household, then we will invest in another one, and kind of go from there. So it's really kind of a trial and error kind of thing, but it's a really exciting process. We're really excited. And so, yeah, so let's get started. A lot of people ask, well, what are you growing things in, right? Well, it's an aeroponic tower garden, aeroponic. Meaning the medium that we grow is not, the medium that seeds grow in is not soil, it's actually rock wool. And it kind of looks like this. See? And rock wool is used because it's lightweight, it's sterile, and it retains water well. So people are like, well, what is it? It's molten basalt rock and chalk, and they heat it up to high temperatures, and then they like spin it into fibers, or spin the mixture into fibers, and then make these cute little cubes. And so these fit really nicely into the net pots that come with the tower garden. And how it works is that when you do the tower garden, I'll kind of show you a diagram here. As you do the tower garden, you fill your basin up with water. There's a pump in there. It pumps water up through a center tube or pipe up to the top to what we call the shower cap. And then the water kind of fills in the shower cap, and then it drips down to all the seedlings. So all of the seedlings, which are kind of in a little angle, at this angle here, their roots get water. And this is great because it allows air. It's great aeration for the roots. It holds moisture really well. It will eventually kind of disintegrate, and by that time the root systems are strong enough to kind of stand on their own. But this kind of holds things together when the seedlings are really small. So we are going to use our seeds. They'll germinate, and I'll show you. They're a week old. They actually, some of them started sprouting like on day 3. And so I'll show you what they look like, and then we'll kind of go through this together. Okay? Okay, so first, you see that I have my rock wool cubes soaking. You soak them in a non-chlorinated, filtered water. Some sources say take like a little scoop of the Tower Garden water, and I didn't do that the first time, and they sprouted on the day 3. So I'm not doing that this time either. So we just took the filtered water from our refrigerator and put it in here. They've been soaking for about 25 minutes. You do anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. And then like take these trays. The water will drain into here. These have holes in the bottom, if you can tell. I don't know if you can help. Kind of like here. Yeah. So those have holes in the bottom. This fits in this tray, and then we will put them there, and then we'll drain off the water. So what I plan on planting today I'll do a bunch of lettuce because we like salad, and it'll be easy for us to just, as the salad grows, once it's, so one of the people that I follow, and I'll have to tell your channel because I can't remember, it's Homestead something or another, but her name's Stephanie. She's really knowledgeable. She's got like 30 years of gardening experience. I was like, oh, I was like, I've got none. But she said that she's noticed that when on her journey into food freedom, that the seedlings grow better, or they grow faster when they're young, as opposed to cutting and come back, which means like you harvest some, but you leave a third of it there so that the plant has some power to pull from to continue growing. And so she has said that, did I soak enough of them? Lord, I hope I did. She has said that she will just pull out the whole head, and that way she has a number of seedlings always going. And so there's always something to put in there. And then because it's young, it'll grow faster than it will than a plant that's more mature, you know. So I was like, oh, that makes sense. All right. Boom, shakalaka. Okay, so now that they're in there, we will just give them a little shake. And it's gonna sound really loud. It really isn't that loud. Like, I think the camera just picks up all the ambient noise, but it's really not that loud. It was in our old house. My husband's office was kind of in the living room, and he was like, man, it was kind of soothing when I was working. I could hear it, and it kind of, you know, a little trickle, kind of like a quiet stream. So, anywho. Okay, so now let's see planting. I just ordered some seeds from 3 different seed vendors that are really cool. And so that'll be a nice thing. You actually get to have some variety with the things you eat. Generally when we go to the store, we pick up the same things, for creatures of habit. But with some of these seeds, I was able to choose things, yes, that we like, staples, but I was also able to choose some stuff that I probably would have never picked up, you know. And the truth is, the more color we have in our diet, the healthier we are. And so picking up things that are red and purple and green, of course, you know, and yellow and orange, and having that varied spectrum of fruit and vegetables is key. And so it expands your palate. It's just good all around. So, but for now, we are working with our Tower Garden seeds because they send you some seed packets when they send you the Tower Garden, which is really nice. And so we have our baby greens, mild and spicy salad mix. Okay, so our mild baby greens, mix of broccoli, kale, kohlrabi, arugula, and red acre cabbage. It tells us to plant 15 to 20 seeds per rockwool starter cube and cover with vermiculite 1 to 3 days for a germination rate. Gives us an optimal temperature and move the seeds to the tower when they have sprouted, 3 weeks to first harvest. And it tells us cut multiple times at 3 to 4 inches tall. So yeah, so it's gonna go with these 15 to 20 seeds per rockwool. That is a good amount. Probably because it's a baby greens mixture, so the whole point is so that you get a mixture of salad that's growing in one bush. So let's go. Let me see. This is, yes, I need my glasses on. Don't judge me. Okay, I'm putting them on right now so I can stop squinting. Okay, this is better. Our basil, our rainbow chard, arugula, our gourmet lettuce, kale, and then our bib lettuce. Okay, so all of the seeds look different, right? And so that was the cool thing about it. The last time I did these, like you'll see the rainbow chard seeds, I looked and said, oh, I didn't imagine they looked like that. Because they were much larger than a lot of the other seeds. But I'm going to adjust the camera so that you can see. I'm using a white napkin so that you can, you know, the seeds don't get lost on the table or on the placemats, because then I can't see them. On the back of the packets, it does tell you how many seeds to put in each rock wool. It also tells you the days to sprout and the days to like germinate and really be in a position where they are ready to transplant into the Tower Garden, which is nice. So it kind of looks like this. And most times, and anytime you're shopping for seeds, like when I was shopping for seeds the other evening, that's what I would look for. I would look for like days to maturity, and look for, like, they give you all kinds of information, but you learn a lot as you go through this journey. So, baby greens mild, 15 to 20. And you can see they're super tiny. Uh-oh, got seeds going everywhere, y'all. You can see they are super tiny. Okay, so we've done our mild and spicy baby green salad mix. Now we're going to do our bib lettuce, and these seeds look a little different. The baby greens were really little tiny balls. These seeds more, I'll just let you look at them. You see they're really tiny. Absolute favorites. I absolutely love arugula. It's so good, so spicy. But these seeds are a light brown, kind of round. Okay, right, so these are the rainbow chard, and you can see these seeds look very different. There's a noticeable size difference between the other seeds. I'm going to show you what we do next. We're going to take Vermiculite, which kind of looks like this silica something or another. It's used a lot in horticulture. It helps to retain moisture, gives them covering, because seeds, when they're trying to germinate or trying to sprout, they often like, you know, dark, moist, cozy. Think a baby, right? When they're growing in the womb, it's dark and cozy. And so we shake just a little bit of this over the seeds in the hole, and then we'll place it on the heat mat, put the grow lights on, and we'll place the dome on top of them. And that's going to keep that humidity and that moisture in so that it's warm. And then once they start to sprout, then we like vent the dome and then take the dome off. So that's kind of like how it works. But I'll show you with the Vermiculite. It's really light, really simple. And that's it. Like, we're done. So I will show you my setup. And I'll also show you my initial seeds and what they look like now. They're so cute. I don't know if seedlings can be cute, but they're cute to me. They're so adorable. They're like little babies, because they are babies. So anyway, if you have questions, I can, like where I got some of my stuff, can put the links below. That's not a problem. Some of the stuff came from Amazon, mostly Amazon or Tower Garden. And then once I get my seeds, I'll do another video and I kind of show you the seeds that I chose and why we chose them. And then I will also do a video of when I get the seedlings that we've ordered, and kind of show you like how we transplant them into the Tower Garden. So cool stuff coming your way. But let's go put these on the heat mat with their dome. Oh, I gotta show you the dome. So this is the dome. You see it's got the vent here on the hood. So when the seeds begin to sprout, then we'll kind of open that vent so we don't shock them, go from like super, super warm and cozy to regular cooler air. So once those begin to sprout, I vented the dome, and then I took it off the day after it was vented. We know plants, they're kind of like us, like they need dark time too. So you don't just leave the grow light on all the time. Of course, there are days they get a little crazy. Be like, oh shoot, I left the light on. It's okay. I just turn it off when I get home. And then I just turn it on the next morning. So I tried to time it with my Tower Garden. So like when the Tower Garden light shut off, I'll come in and cut these off. And then when these are on, then those are on. And so kind of, I don't know. You just do what works. You find your rhythm. Okay, but anyway, we have the dome. Okay, so I'm gonna place the dome. Can you see? Yep. On top of here. My son, let me make sure this is closed. Yep. My son he's so intrigued, and so he'll come and he'll lift up the dome. I know, Brixton, but he does it anyway. Okay. All right. Let's go to the mat and to the light. Okay, so this is my setup. Temporary. We just ordered a shelf so that we can put these on the shelf, but for right now, my setup. Those are my seedlings over there. I'll show you those in a minute. So now that they've all sprouted, I did take my little watering can. I'll show you. It's super cute. I got it from Target, like in the, the $5 section, the 1, 3, 5 or something. The section that my husband said that section gets me in trouble. But I use this cute little watering can. I got one for me and then one for each kid. And I will scoop a little bit of the mineral water from the Tower Garden. Scoop it, put it in there, and just gently sprinkle it over. Like, don't oversaturate them. I just sprinkle it over the babies, and then that's it. I haven't done it today. I don't know if I'm supposed to do it every day or every other day. I'm not really sure. I touched the rock wool to make sure it's not dry. I don't know. I'm working my way through this thing, okay? Because I feel like everyone has their own rhythm, and you can watch a ton of people online. And like, I watch a lady who's super knowledgeable, but she's got 30 years experience. She done gardened every way under the sun. I don't. So I'm working my way through this journey, but I'm really proud of myself for like being able to grow the babies. So anyway, these are my little babies, and so I'm super proud of them. Some of these I know what they are, but I have a diagram, so I'll know what they are when I look at it. I mean, obviously, like the rainbow chart, it's kind of easy to tell, but yeah, some of the other ones I don't know. I'll know when they grow out. And for the most part, everything has sprouted except this one, and so I'll end up reusing that rock wool. And this one, yeah, this one was kind of weird. It kind of did a little outside the set kind of thing, so I'll end up kind of reusing those. I'm gonna stop rambling. My voice is probably tired from talking to the kids all day. Pray for introvert parents who have an extrovert kid. My baby girl, oh, she is beautiful. She's amazing. She is brilliant, and she talks nonstop. And I get overstimulated. I feel like, baby, just breathe, just breathe. So one of the things that I've been meaning to do, and I haven't really done a great job of it, but I am going to start incorporating yoga and meditation daily, and some quiet time, because I want her to own her voice and love her voice, but I also want to make sure I maintain my sanity. And she needs to learn how to navigate in different spaces, because sometimes you don't need to talk a lot. Sometimes you don't need to talk at all. But anyway, that's for another video. So thank you for joining me. I hope it was helpful. And again, if you have any questions or comments, yeah, drop me a line and I'll let you know. All right, love and blessings. I'll talk to you soon. Toodles.